Hermitcraft is a very inspirational server. Over here in the shopping district we have a beautiful new place to get redstone supplies from. This is the Redstone Shop that used to be right here, and it's been renovated by XB and VII, and they've done such a gorgeous job, and when I see things like this, I get so excited to record. I mean, the builds here are so inspiring, and I've tried to bring my builds to the next level. I feel like we did a great job with the honeypot, the interior of the rock shop, and of course the concrete factory over here. And the good news is, it's all making diamonds. So many diamonds. These are the personal ones from my honey and rock shop, and we got some profit inside of here to collect as well. So earlier today I was making concrete, I was restocking. That gave me an opportunity to collect a bunch of diamonds and split them between me and B-Rallis. Look at this right here. We made over 2 stacks, so I've split that between us. And now the profits are rolling in. When I look around this place, it just puts me in a terrific mood. And do you know what else has been really inspiring? The comments section has drastically improved over the last couple of videos. If you didn't catch it, well, I posted a video about memes in the comments and how I'm not really a big fan because I like to go to comments and find out what you think about the episode rather than just see a meme. And since that video went out, it's just been fantastic. So if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link on the screen and in the description box down below. And let's keep it up. Let's keep some constructive feedback in those comments instead of memes. I really do appreciate it. So anyway, I am inspired. Let's get over to our base and talk about what we're doing this episode. Gold farm. Can you say gold farm? I can say gold farm. That's what we're going to be doing. And we've actually got a whole bunch of projects that we're juggling at the moment. We've got to do the sheep farm in the future. And I really want to get on with the bamboo farm as well, because that's going to provide us with tons of fuel for smelting and doing other things. And we need gold rails to further this project along. So if you didn't see the last episode, we've actually got a flying machine down here. It comes out of the jungle, it's all secretive and out of sight, and it produces a ton of bamboo that gets collected by these minecart hoppers. And as you can probably tell, this is what we need the gold for, the rails, right? I haven't got enough gold to make another one of these systems. So let's cast our mind back a couple more episodes. We built this portal over here, and then we built a gold farm down below it. Now by gold farm, you know, hardly anything. All it does is trick the zombie pigmen into going into these gaps down the side. Why do they do that? Because there is turtle eggs here. So what do we need to do to make a gold farm? Well, we simply need to expand on this concept. More portals equals more zombie pigmen equals more gold. So first off, some testing. We can stack our portals 20 blocks wide, and the zombie pigmen that spawn at the far end will make their way all the way over here to the turtle eggs. So this means that we're going to need a 23 by 23 platform of obsidian. We can stack this twice, so it can go as high as 43 blocks up, and we need some space around the edge. So then I started to play around with some shapes and see what I could come up with. And this is me messing with an entirely different concept for creating shapes compared to what we've done with our towers so far. And settling on a design and a shape that I liked a lot more, I kind of got this far with the design and then started to experiment with bringing these walls in on the opposite sides. If we were to extend it all the way out, it would just become ridiculously oversized, and if we were to tuck it in and go in that direction, then somewhere around there is the middle of this design. And with that mirrored around all sides, you end up with this. This is the finished product right here. And it is so weird and different. And I just don't know, is this going to fit in our base area? It's such a crazy and different design. And look, it's even got a landing bay at the top like all the others do. But I just don't know if this actually fits in. Now, doubting yourself is something that we all do on occasion. We have a negative voice inside of our head that says, this might not be a great idea. And sometimes I think it's not a good idea to listen to that, and other times, maybe it is, because I've calculated that we're going to need about 50 odd stacks of obsidian, and this is unbelievably slow. Now there is another thought that's crossed my mind as well. When 1.16 arrives, it will both be easier to get obsidian and gold from bartering and from the piglins, and 1.16 probably isn't that far away, and maybe this whole gold farm idea today was actually a bad one. Either way, I certainly hope you enjoyed seeing the design that I made. I spent a lot of time on that, and who knows, we might end up using it for something else, but our efforts have been saved because Cubfan is a man with gold, and I think we're going to strike a deal and get our hands on some of those ingots. The Pharaoh comes to the rescue.
Greetings, Atsuma.
Greetings indeed. Green team, best team, right?
Yeah, all green team all day, man. Green team all day.
I've fully embraced it. I was buying quartz from your shop at the discount price, so I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. That's a good shop. It's a good shop. Big discounts.
Indeed. And, you know, we're here to strike a deal. I'm in need of gold. You're coming to my saving grace here. I've got honey. You want honey? So we talked about it. 5 stacks of gold ingots for 10 stacks of honey blocks.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
I like it. Thing is, all I've got right now is 1 stack, so I will be back over here as quick as I can with the rest of it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Dude, this is going to help me so much with a project I'm working on. But speaking of projects, this is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, the big door. Have you seen the door? Have you seen the open and closing?
I've seen
yet?
it in your video, but it's going to be nothing like seeing it right now.
All right. Check this out. All you got to do.
Ooh.
Oh, what? Pay no attention to the fact that I just missed.
Twice.
And I missed again. Oh my god.
Oh,
okay,
it's
there we
going.
go.
It's
There we
going.
go. It's going.
Oh my goodness me. That is bonkers. Oh.
Pretty wild.
Oh my word.
I'm still working a little bit on the aesthetic. Like, I'm not sure I want to keep it all dark prismarine, but yeah, for now.
That was
right.
so good. That was so good. I wish I could do honey block, slime block magic like that. That was immense.
Pretty cool.
I love it. Well, dude, you got an amazing project going on over here. I thank you for helping me out with the gold iron, and I'll be bringing you some honey real soon.
Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. Thanks for the honey.
So I raided the honey farm for all it had. Another 5 stacks in total, and we still owe Cubfan another 4. Now what I would like to do is turn your attention to Shady Ease. Don't tell me you've forgotten about this beautiful build right here. We also signed up for a subscription for some free glass. And I believe we've had a delivery back at the base according to EFO. However, this place has changed. What's going on here? I can hear water buckets activating. That is so clever. I'm guessing then the height of the armor stand interacts with the water up top and it just changes direction. That is brilliant. There is, however, a new subscription service, a gardening subscription. Look at this. The subscription system is different. You actually get free diamonds for signing up, but you have to sign up a friend. Well, you know who's been a good friend to us? Cubfan. So we're going to sign him up in here, and that means that I get free diamonds. Now, I could sign everyone up, right? There's no limit to how many people I could sign, and I could make a lot of diamonds, but I'm just going to sign up for Cubfan. I've also noticed over here, if you're not happy with your subscription, you can unsubscribe by placing another diamond block in here. Oh, that's amusing. And now I believe I know why. I found this in my base. Congratulations, you won the lifetime subscription of free glass. I believe I paid for that. I forgot my containers, so I used yours. Yeah, here's my free glass that I was really excited about. It's simply just filling up the spare spaces in my chests. I mean, not all of the spaces. This feels very useless, I must say. Oh dear. This is it. I've just got tons of glass panes. Well, things ain't all bad, I guess, because although the recipe isn't there on the side, we have universal dyeing. Maybe it's because I've never done this before. We can change the colour of the panes at least, so they're semi-useful, you know? I guess, thanks EFO. I've got a whole bunch of glass panes now. And in my ice chest, it literally says ice. And this one says lol. So we got about 4 stacks of glass panes for a diamond block. Not the best price, but at least I can re-dye them right. However, I found a little treat in the wall chest. Look at this. I told Vintage Beef that he could come over here and grab all of the black wool for a project he's working on, and it looks like he was kind enough to pay us for it as well. I didn't even ask for that. You know, I just keep running into diamonds lately. It's amazing. I have realised something, that this jokester is smarter than he appears. I have the dark GUI. If I didn't, this stuff would actually blend in with the regular GUI, and so you wouldn't have known where the panes were, which would have made it more of a pain, get it, in the butt. So getting back to business, you might have been expecting me to come over here and work on the bamboo farm now that we've got gold, but I'm saving that for a live stream. And if this video comes out on a Saturday, then it'll be on my second channel the following day. And so often when I do a stream, I get people popping in and saying, hey, it's my first time here, I really like the stream is so different from the videos, so be sure to come and check it out and follow me on Twitch as well. Anyway, me flying over here tells you what I've been up to, right? Because you can see it all in place already. This is our sheep farm. We're going to turn our attention to this as I'm working on the bamboo project during my live stream. So what you'll see here is essentially the same design that we built over in the temporary area, except I've refined it, made it, you know, so it's got torches all evenly placed, grass in all the different possible positions, and everything is super efficient. So if you haven't seen this design before, we're going to contain the sheep inside of this space right here. They'll automatically get sheared by the dispenser. We'll detect them eating the grass with an observer down the bottom there, and then all of their items will get collected and sent down into the chest at the very bottom. And it's actually quite tricky to see, but underneath here there are pistons that get activated, so when the sheep eat the grass, all the grass here gets rotated, and that's the reason there's so much of it, is so the stuff here in the middle that gets moved around by these pistons can then regrow really fast. Now, as you can see from this view, the farm has been stacked on top of itself 4 times over, and we have 4 windows at the front here. And unfortunately, because I didn't do every single part of this project in Creative first, when it comes to actually putting this together, I realized that the position of the windows, it just doesn't line up with the farms. I wanted the sheep to be visible at the front here, so I guess we're going to have to do something different. Now, when it comes to accessing the farm, we obviously arrive at the top here in the landing bay. There is going to be an entrance down at the bottom that you can get to on foot, but if you arrive up here, I considered bringing the items and having a storage system here, but I'd actually like to build one with a filtering system. So in order for us to get all the way down to the very bottom where there is grass at the very bottom of this tower, we're actually going to use this space right here. It doesn't hit any redstone or anything like that, and we'll put in some water streams to get up and down. It's a very crazy layout. So that will take us all the way down here, and we may even go underground because I want to build an item filtering system, and there is a slight problem. Do you see this row of blocks right here? This is me counting, and this is 15 blocks across, and we have 16 colours of wool. And if we were to put a filtering system on either side, it's 5 blocks in before you place the double chest. So there is really no room to put it in here whatsoever. Fortunately for me, I've got an iron farm. If I didn't have one of these, I'm pretty sure I would be broke. And fortunately for me, we're in a jungle biome, and I am forever chopping down jungle trees and accumulating large amounts of logs. Without them, I think I'd be broke right now. And that is because I needed 120 hoppers and 160 chests. Unfortunately, I built up enough supplies to craft all of this stuff. I don't know why this didn't occur to me earlier, but there is actually room in this space right here to put our sorting system for all the different colours of wool. So now you know where all that iron and wood went. This would have cost me a lot of diamonds if I'd have brought these materials from the shopping area, and that's why it's a good idea to be self-sufficient sometimes. But yeah, it fits in this space down here. Colour, colour, colour. We're going to need to make a colourful room, so I've headed over here to pinch some colour. I mean, me and Corrales have a deal that we can just take concrete when we need it for our project, since we're both, you know, grinding out all the dyes and all the sand and gravel and working together. And I was just thinking, I don't really want to dye up a bunch of wool, because wool might be the block of choice, so, you know, we'll use these concrete colours to decorate that room. Hey, look at this! People are adopting the idea that we put together over on that side. That's really nice to see, and there are little icons on here. That is so cool. And so now we have a very colourful room. I'm liking this. I've forgotten to take out the bone blocks. So we're going to have a little bit of lighting over here at the back. And when I get some time, I'll probably put some dyed glass in front of this to make it all match, right? So then over on this side, we're going to have more of an opening, as you'll need to get down from above. So we need to grab some kelp and make us some water streams. So I'm going to be tidying up the entrance here in a moment. We won't need that torch to light things up, but I've got things in place now. And up the top, I'm almost done decorating as well. So now you're just going to walk into this nice space over here, although I think it's kind of lacking a little bit of illumination. So chucking that in there, putting some white around the top. And that's about the best we can do, considering that the back there is like the wall on the outside. So I think that worked out okay. And my master plan for the bottom down here was to just have some trapdoors, the darkest type we've got, and then you're able to just walk in using the pressure plate and walk out as well. I'll admit it's not the cleanest looking thing, but this is what happens when you don't plan absolutely everything in advance, and you're probably going to hate the next bit, because where we're going to put the entrance for the down below area is probably literally in a hole off to the side here. In fact, exactly there. So we're going to build one coming up in that spot, and then on the opposite side it will be slightly off by a couple of blocks. It's going to be this one here. So you've got 2 blocks there and 1 block on over on that edge, and you know what? I'm just not going to let it annoy me, because this room, it looks really cool. So one day I picture myself chopping down some of these trees, clearing a pathway, and I figured the entrance into this building wouldn't be right at the bottom. We would have it elevated a little bit. So this is where I put them, at this level, and they take us up to the room up above. I mean, what more do I need to tell you? Now the idea is you come to this place just to see this room here, and it's got a real cool vibe to it. And if you're thinking, but X, you haven't put any sheep in it yet, you're absolutely right. And we'll have to save that for another time, because the rest of this episode, I got something to show you that I recorded earlier on the server today. So my friends, as I'm sure you're aware, there are more hermits on the server putting their names forward to become mayor. And I at the Hermitcraft Herald are here to conduct interviews with each of the candidates. And luckily for me, I've been able to wrangle up Joe Hills to come and meet us over at the Hermitcraft Herald. Joe, thank you so much for meeting me here outside the Herald today.
Glad to be here. It is a beautiful day on the Hermitcraft server.
It always is. Beautiful skies. By the way, green team, best team, am I right?
Oh, certainly. You know, you got to show that verdant pride.
Absolutely. So I've seen that you're running a campaign.
Yeah, I am. You know, Isuma, it's something that's bothering me a little bit. You know, I know Cleo's a journalist, and I know Cub Fan's a journalist, but are you really a newspaperman?
I am, yeah. And, I wanted to interview you, but is there going to be a problem with that?
Well, no, it's just like I was expecting something a little bit more professional. There we go.
Is that good enough for you?
Looks, wow. That is a night and day difference.
What do you plan to do if you become mayor?
Mayor? I'm sorry, Asuma. I'm actually running for Dogcatcher.
Dogcatcher? I haven't prepared for this interview very well. Say what? I thought there was a mayoral race. You're running for Dogcatcher?
You know, I try to go where I'm needed, and when I look at this shopping district, I don't see a need for a mayor. But I do see a bunch of random stray dogs everywhere. And some signs that say Joe Hills for Dogcatcher.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, I see some dogs right here. How many of these dogs have you spotted around the place then?
You know, I've seen at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen. It is more than any server needs. Like, obviously cats are fine. We can have cats everywhere. They scare off creepers. But these dogs, they're going to scare off shoppers. And how is the shopping district going to function if we have everybody living in fear all the time?
That is a very good point. Yeah, look, I found another one. Well, and one right next to your sign. I've got to admit something, okay? When I saw the sign, I just sort of saw vote Joe Hills. My brain didn't internalize the Dogcatcher part. Well, we certainly need a Dogcatcher, Joe, and you know what? I think you might just be the man for the job. You've got my vote,
Thanks, Asuma.
Well, this reporter has taken off his hat because I have derped big time on this one. How could I not know that Joe was running for Dogcatcher? Anyway, I've got the Joe Hills report here for Cub and Cleo to read and write about in the next edition of the Hermit and Herald, which reminds me, I believe there is a new one up, yeah, edition number 3. As you can see, some of our crack journalism has made its way into the paper. Spoons for everyone, declares future mayor, hopeful Mumbo. Well, it is very satisfying to see our work go to good use in the Herald. And my friends, this is where we're wrapping up the episode. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. As always, thank you so much for your support. And I'll be seeing you soon in another episode of Hermitcraft. Bye-bye.